Canada is expected to see a significant number of immigrants leave the country, with around 1.2 million temporary residents facing visa expirations by the end of 2025. To the power of one, this development comes amidst changes to Canada's immigration policies aimed at addressing concerns over housing shortages, healthcare strain, and infrastructure challenges. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's government has reduced permanent residency targets and implemented stricter rules for temporary foreign workers and international students. While many temporary residents will be eligible for residency or visa renewals, others may be forced to leave, sparking concerns about labour market gaps, economic growth, and Canada's global reputation. 1. Contrary to sensationalized headlines, the Canadian government has not implemented a direct policy aimed at forcing 1 million immigrants to leave the country. Instead, the expected departure of around 1.2 million temporary residents is largely due to the natural expiration of their visas. Many of these individuals will have the opportunity to renew their visas, apply for permanent residency, or explore other immigration options. The government's immigration policies focus on managing the flow of temporary residents, ensuring that those who enter Canada have a clear pathway to permanent residency or a plan to return to their home country. There is no evidence to suggest a deliberate effort to encourage mass departures. The government's approach prioritizes a well-managed and sustainable immigration system rather than targeting specific groups for removal. 2. The Canadian government has set a target to reduce immigration levels with a focus on temporary residents. The 2025 to 2027 immigration levels plan aims to achieve a more sustainable and manageable immigration system. The plan reduces permanent resident targets from 500,000 in 2024 to 395,000 in 2025, a decrease of 105,000 admissions. Temporary resident volumes will also be reduced to 5% of Canada's population by the end of 2026. This reduction is expected to result in a decline of Canada's temporary population by approximately 445,901 in 2025 and 445,662 in 2026. The government's goal is to strike a balance between meeting labour market needs and addressing concerns over housing, healthcare, and infrastructure. By reducing immigration levels, the government aims to ensure that newcomers have access to the support and services they need to succeed in Canada. 3. Temporary residence and pathways to permanent residency. The Canadian government has emphasized the importance of providing pathways to permanent residency for temporary residents. Despite the impending departure of some temporary residents, many will have the opportunity to transition to permanent residency through various programs. The International Mobility Program, for example, allows temporary foreign workers to transition to permanent residency. Express Entry, a fast-track program for skilled workers, also provides a pathway to permanent residency for international students and temporary foreign workers. Additionally, provincial nominee programs enable provinces to nominate candidates for permanent residency based on local labour market needs. These pathways provide opportunities for temporary residents to build a long-term future in Canada, contributing to the country's economic and social growth. By providing a clear pathway to permanent residency, the government aims to attract and retain top talent from around the world. 4. Media sensationalism. The narrative of 1 million immigrants leaving Canada has been largely fueled by media sensationalism. Headlines and news stories have amplified the story, creating a sense of urgency and panic. Many reports have relied on speculation and assumptions rather than verifiable facts and data. The lack of context and nuanced understanding of Canada's immigration system has contributed to the spread of misinformation. Some media outlets have exaggerated the impact of the government's immigration policies, creating a false narrative that Canada is kicking out immigrants. This sensationalism has not only caused unnecessary fear and anxiety among immigrants but also undermined the credibility of the media. Responsible reporting requires providing accurate and balanced information, avoiding speculation, and contextualizing complex issues like immigration policies. By doing so, the media can help promote a more informed and nuanced public discourse.